At the time of recording this video, I am at 864 subscribers, guys. I don't know if you can see. When I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and when I hit 600 followers on Instagram, I'll be doing a giveaway. So make sure you're subscribed and follow me on my socials, which I linked in the description below, to make sure that you don't miss out on the giveaway. Yo guys, and welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'll be bringing you part 2 in my 4-part how to start sneaker reselling course in 2020. As always, if you are new here or if you haven't done so already, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So without further ado, let's get into it. So guys, for part 2 of this course, I'm going to be telling you what I think are the best sneaker bots to get in 2020, and they'll be ranked by price, how easy they are to get, and the overall usability of it. Unlimited Cook is the best in the market at the moment. They have setup guides for these bots which are specific to each individual drop, information on investing in them to resell, and group buys to help you cop limited bots that would otherwise be sold out. It's the best cook group for the price, so make sure you use the link in the description to join today. So kicking it off in number 1 is AIO bot, or all-in-one bot, and that's at a price of $325 or £260 for the people in the UK. Obviously it might seem as expensive in the beginning, but once you start reselling shoes, you're going to make that money back without any doubt. There are also other bots which are available to you at a cheaper price, but I would recommend staying away from those because the success ratio just isn't as high as these ones. So if you're a complete beginner to bots, I'd recommend using this one, AIO bot. It works on Shopify, foot sites and Adidas for various locations, so you're not really going to miss out on a lot of hype drops. From the people who have been using it, from the people who have been using it so far, there's been almost 300,000 cops in total. So you can see that it's actually quite successful, and especially for the price range, it's definitely something that's good for beginners. So they have an easy to use interface that was recently updated in the V2 version. And as I said, for beginners it's perfect because you can get it for retail and they don't really sell out on the bots. So you don't need to go onto third-party websites like Botmart and go and cop from there. You can go straight directly to the website aiobot.com and purchase it straight through there. So for this bot, you shouldn't really expect it to be 100% successful and check out 100% of the time. But if you're starting out, it's definitely something that I'd recommend investing in. Later on down the line, you can update into a better bot. So if you want to go up one step further from the first bot, the next bot is NSB bot. It costs a price of about $499 or £400 if you're living in the UK. So this bot works on more than 100 Shopify websites, foot sites, Adidas, Supreme, Yeezy Supply, so you can see why there's that $100 difference between this one and the first one. There's been more than 200,000 cops from the people that have been using it, and on their website it says that there's been a total of approximately $20 million net profit from buying the shoes and reselling it. They also have hands down one of the best customer support teams, and anytime you have a query they respond very quickly and always have a solution for your problem. I haven't had one bad experience with them, and I know a lot of people that use this bot and they all say the same thing, that this, out of probably all of them, has one of the best support teams available to you. And when you're starting off, you have so many questions that you want to ask because you're new to it all, so you can ask them and they'll tell you the answer to it straight away. It is a little better than the first bot, AIO bot, in terms of success ratio, but generally they're more or less at the same level. But the extra $100 is getting you access to more websites and more opportunities for the future for reselling stuff. Kicking it up a notch in number 3, we have Project Destroyer, which is very popular amongst sneaker resellers. It comes in at a price of $200 and then 35 monthly renewal after that, so it is much more expensive compared to the other two. If you do live in the UK, it translates to about £160 startup costs and then an extra £20 to £25 monthly. So this bot is actually sold out everywhere, and if you do want to get a copy of it, you're going to have to use secondhand markets such as Botmart to get it for about $800 resale. This bot works on Shopify websites, foot sites, Supreme, Adidas, Yeezy Supply, and almost any other sneaker website this bot will probably work for. So this bot is actually very successful on Shopify and has a very friendly UI as well, so it's easy to use. Along with the admin team, they're very helpful and they answer all your queries. It seems like the complete package in terms of price and the websites that you can use it on, but it can sometimes lack consistency, which is why a lot of people don't use it. You could go one week and get all of the releases and get multiple pairs, then the next week you could completely flop. So I wouldn't really recommend this bot for complete beginners who've been doing it for a few days or even a few weeks. I'd probably recommend this to more advanced sneaker resellers who've been doing it for months or years, because it is very expensive initially. And if you have been sneaker reselling for a long time, this bot is more of an investment for you because it'll be easier for you to make back the money on it. So the next two bots are for the experts who have been reselling for a long time. In number 4 is COOKGROUP, and this is genuinely one of the best sneaker bots of the year. It is very limited and very hard to get. So if you do want to get this, use the link in the description and use the Cook Group, because they have group buys and they make it easier for you to buy this bot and buy the next bot. The retail for this is only a few hundred plus monthly fees, but it resells for about $4,000, and it's obviously reselling for a reason. It's because it's so successful on all the sites that it uses, and is very desirable for the people who want to cop every single week without fail. So it works on Shopify, Supreme, foot sites which are EU and US, Adidas, Yeezy Supply, almost every single website this bot works on. And if you are a complete beginner, you don't need to worry about this bot, because once you've been using a beginner bot for a while, it's definitely worth upgrading to in the future. It's not worth buying straight away and as your first bot. I feel like if you do buy it as a first bot, you're not going to be able to get the complete advantages from it. And there's so many different features that it has to make it easy for you to cop every single week. So especially for the resale value that it's going at the moment, it's definitely something to consider in the future. And lastly in this list is CyberAIO, and this is hands down the best bot for 2020. If you want to get the most pairs, go for this bot, but obviously it does come with a hefty price tag as well, so just keep that in mind. At a resale value of about $5,000, it is extremely hard to get. They do have monthly restocks, but everyone wants the bot, so it'll probably sell out as soon as it goes live. If you are thinking of getting this bot, the best way probably is the Cook Groups if you want to try to copy it for a retail value, or if you want to pay the $5,000 resale Botmart, like I mentioned various times in this video. Botmart is the easiest and safest way to cop bots, because there is a lot of scamming that happens with bots as well, just like it happens with sneakers. So you gotta be careful out there when you are purchasing one. It also comes with the free iOS and Android companion app, which is extremely beneficial for if you're on the go. For example, when there's a sneaker release at 8 AM in the morning UK time, but you're off to work, you don't really have time to set up your whole bot at home and then get late for work. You can just do it straight from the phone, which I think is really helpful. It works in over 170 stores, all the main stores like foot sites, Adidas, Supreme, Yeezy Supply, almost any website you can think of this bot works on. If you are a beginner, I'd recommend upgrading to this over time. There's no need to rush into purchasing this bot, but if you have been doing it for a long time now, definitely consider this for the future. Like with the previous one, if you do buy this as a beginner, you're just not going to be able to get the best benefit from it and take advantage of all the features that it has to offer. So guys, that's all we have for today's video. I know a lot of people don't like bot users, especially the ones who try to cop manually, but at the end of the day there's always going to be bots, and if you are thinking about it, this is the top 5 list that I think you guys should get in 2020. As I said earlier, I'm super close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you haven't done so already, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. And if you have any questions or want to see me set up a bot for a specific drop, then let me know in the comments as well. So yeah guys, I'll see you all next week.